Indians and Tigers do battle after last night's Indian shellacking, beating Detroit 13-4. Manny Gonzalez is the home plate umpire tonight. The crew chief is Sam Holbrook. He'll be making the calls at first. Mike Malinsky's at second, and Dan Iasonia, the third base ump. Here at Comerica Park, 345 down the left field line, 370 to left center. It is 420 to the Grand Canyon in dead center. Just 365, really a chip shot to right center, 330 down the right field line. A lot of room here, not only in foul territory, but acres of room in that outfield, in the gaps and down the lines. That's why you see, like we did last night, 3 triples in the ballgame. That's nothing unusual in this ballpark in a given game. The Indians coming in here tonight, still 11 games in back of Minnesota in the Central at 35-33 in second place. Detroit is in fourth place, but they are 20 games out at 25-41. Tonight, the Indians will face a hard-throwing young left-hander that they have never seen before in the regular season, and obviously not in spring training since they're no longer training in Florida. It's Gregory Soto on the mound tonight for Detroit. He is a Husky left-hander, 24 years of age, 6'1", 236. Now, he throws a fastball in the mid-90s, slider and changeup. He's got good velocity, good stuff. His problem is he has a really tough time throwing strikes. Leading off for the Indians, Francisco Lindor, switch hitting shortstop, batting right-handed. Soto is ready, and his first pitch tonight is a fastball strike at 97 miles per hour. And we are underway here in downtown Motown, 67 degrees. The next pitch, and he went soft and missed down low, and the count is 1-1. Soto has never faced the Indians and has only made 4 starts this year for Detroit. The next pitch swung on, a bouncing ball on the right side. To his left, the second baseman, Ronnie Rodriguez, gloves it, throws out Lindor, and that is out number 1. Soto's been all over the map this year when you talk about he's made 4 starts for Detroit, and there aren't many places that he hasn't pitched in this year in the Tiger Farm system, as he has pitched in Lakeland, Erie, and Toledo. So single A, double A, triple A, as well as the major leagues. And now facing the Tribe. Oscar Mercado, the left fielder, takes a called strike off the glove of Hicks. Kristen Stewart is in left. Harold Castro in center. He was at second last night. Nick Castellanos in right. Brandon Dixon at first. Ronnie Rodriguez at second. Nico Goodrum at short. Dalwell Lugo at third. And the catcher, John Hicks. The pitch, and Mercado lofts one in the air to center. Routine for Castro, 2 down. Well, so far, so good, because he's throwing strikes. Soto has appeared in the month of May 4 different times for Detroit, and in those 4 starts, didn't fare too well. 0-2 with an 11.20 earned run average. In those 4 starts, he averaged 3 innings per start. He is giving up 14 hits per 9 innings. 2 down, no score. Carlos Santana takes it downstairs, ball 1. And the other thing is that Soto is walking an average of 5 per 9 innings. Now, he's not using the windup. He works from the set, delivers, and it's in there at the knees, a called strike, 97 miles per hour. Soto is working first base side of the rubber, out of the stretch or set position. Now the left-hander is ready in the 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? Nope. Ball 2 down low. On the minor league level this year, single, double A, and triple A, Soto has made 7 starts, 0-1 with a .485 earned run average. So really hasn't pitched well every stop along the way. That pitch swung on, fouled upstairs 2-2. But Tigers in a full rebuild, so they have a dearth of pitching, and Soto's getting a chance, not because he's earned it. They just don't have many other options. No score, 2 outs, nobody on. Santana batting .289, team-high 14 homers, team-high 42 ribbies. The pitch. And he missed way outside a changeup at 90 miles an hour. Full count now on Santana, who is 4th in the American League in walks. Now the payoff pitch. High, and he's walked again. Carlos Santana, a rarity in today's game. 48 walks, 46 strikeouts. More walks than strikeouts. And he's aboard with a 2-out walk, and the walks have been the undoing for Soto, really, throughout his professional career. This is his 7th year with the Tigers organization. This is the first year he's pitched above A ball. He had pitched 6 full years at A ball or lower. Here's Jordan Luplow, the right fielder, taking down low, ball 1. Why? Can't throw strikes. In 6 years in the minor leagues prior to this season, averaging 5 walks per 9 innings. Now the set, the look at first, shift to the left side of the infield, and he misses with a high heater, and the count 2-0. Now he was the Tigers' minor league pitcher of the year 2 years ago. He went 12-2 at a .225 ERA, but even 2 years ago, he was still walking 5 guys per 9 innings. Now the 2-0 pitch, high, 3-0. If you're walking 5 per 9 innings in the minor leagues, well, you can add a few to that when you get to the big league level, because these guys up here know the strike zone way better than young, anxious minor league hitters. See if Luplow takes a crack at 3-0. No score, first inning, lights on the pitch, and it's in there, or is it? No, a little outside evidently, kind of a delayed reaction. Luplow thought it might have been a strike, but back-to-back 2-out walks. Santana to second, Luplow to first, and here's Jose Ramirez. Got his first extra base hit in the month of June last night when he tripled. Been a tough month for Jose, batting 146 this month, but he's batting right-handed. And all year long, he's been way better right-handed than left-handed. Now, ball got loose somehow out on the warning track in center field, 420 feet away. Long run for Castro to retrieve it and flip it into the seats. Jose Ramirez is batting .278 this year right-handed, 166 left-handed. So he's batting right-handed now, 2 out, 2 on, no score, first inning. Soto's ready, and the pitch, and it's in there, strike. On the year, Jose Ramirez batting .202, 4 homers, 23 RBIs. He is third in the league in steals with 16. Huge lead at second for Santana. The pitch, swung on, popped him up. This should do it. Down the first base line is Dixon, and halfway to home plate, the first baseman makes the catch, and the Indians are retired.
Cleveland's news, talk, and sports on WTAM 1100 can now be heard on 106.9 FM.
Right-hander Shane Bieber facing Nico Goodrum. No score, bottom of the first. Goodrum, the switch hitter, batting left-handed, fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Bieber, 6'3", 200 pounds, 24 years of age. Fastball curve, slider change. Indians put 3 on the right side of the infield. Goodrum pops it up into the upper deck behind the plate, and the count quickly 0-2. Now, Bieber coming off that debacle on Sunday, where he just looked like he was going to dominate the Yankees, and then it all fell apart in the second inning. Now the windup, now the 0-2 pitch. Up and in, 1-2. He retired the first 5 Yankees, striking out 4 of them. And then, with 2 outs, nobody on, in the second inning, the next 7 guys reached that pitch, and strike 3 called at the knees, and I think Goodrum knew it. 1 down as he's out looking. I mean, it looked like Shane Bieber was going to dominate again, and that's this game of baseball. But you heard Terry Francona say on the manager's show, you wouldn't know that Shane Bieber had that kind of an outing any more than if he'd have pitched a shutout on Sunday. He's just got great makeup. So 1 down, here's Kristen Stewart, the left-handed hitting left fielder. No score, Indians stay in that shift to the right, and Stewart takes down low, ball 1. Bieber already has beaten Detroit back on April 11th. 2 months ago, my goodness, he dominated them here in this ballpark. The wind and pitch, and it's outside. That looked like it might have been a changeup, 2-0. On April 11th, Shane Bieber went 7 shutout innings, allowed 3 hits, struck out 6, walked 1 in beating Detroit. The 2-0, and it's low, 3-0. In 3 career starts, Bieber is 2-1 against the Tigers with a 2.25 career ERA. Now the wind and 3-0 pitch, and Stewart swings away and fouls it upstairs. That's a little interesting. Manager Ron Gardenhire giving the young man a 3-0 green light. He's got some pop, batting .241, 5 homers, 23 RBIs, out of the University of Tennessee, former Tiger first-round pick. Now the 3-1 pitch, and it's in there, full count. Bieber on the year, 5-2. ERA has climbed to 4.07. This is his 14th start. He has 1 complete game. It was that shutout of Baltimore, in which he struck out 15. Now the payoff pitch. Swung on a jam job, roll to the second baseman. Kipnis will throw over, and Stewart is out number 2. Oscar Mercado is in left field for the Indians. Leonis Martin is again in center with Jordan Luplow in right. On the infield, Carlos Santana at first. Jason Kipnis at second. Frankie Lindor at short. Jose Ramirez at third. Kevin Plawecki doing the catching. 2 down, nobody on, no score. Inning number 1 for Nick Castellanos, the right-handed hitting right fielder. The wind and the pitch, and it's swung on and missed, strike 1. To get your best deal on any new or used car, go to Sunnyside Toyota. They're in North Olmsted. Check out all of their inventory, current specials online. They're the best. SunnysideToyota.com. Swing and a miss by Castellanos on the slider, and the count 0-2. Nick Castellanos in his final year. He'll be a free agent. Detroit would love to trade him. Now the 2-strike pitch. Swung on, fouled back. He'd love to get traded. And he basically told everybody in Detroit yesterday how miserable he is. No contract extension. Doesn't like losing. Loves it here, but wants out of here. So, in other words, he did not get the key to the city. Now the wind and the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, hammered deep right center. Martin on the run, going back into the gap, and the Indian center fielder makes the catch. So, 1-2-3 inning for Shane.
Sharing information
By staying connected.
Link up.
WTAM.com.
Tigers load up the right side of the infield with 3. Second inning, no score. Jason Kipnis against Gregory Soto, and a first pitch strike. That was 98 miles per hour. What doesn't look like it takes much effort for Soto to light up the radar gun. The pitch waved at, 0-2. But again, if you can't throw strikes, it doesn't matter how hard you throw. Soto from the set, 2-strike pitch to Kipnis. And it's swung on, tapped foul in back of the plate, still 0-2. Kipnis hitting .213, couple of homers, 15 RBIs. in what is likely his final year with the Tribe. He'll be a free agent. Now the 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a good slider. And so Soto has his first strikeout, and that was a good one. Here's Kevin Plawecki, the Indians catcher. Cody Allen, who did such a marvelous job as the Indians' all-time saves leader on those tremendous playoff teams. And Cody, signed as a free agent with the Angels, has been designated for assignment. There's Kevin Plawecki, the catcher, and he takes down low a ball. He had started the year as the Angels closer, struggled, lost that, spent some time on the injured list, got roughed up last night, designated today. The 1-0 over but low 2-0. Cody had an ERA of over 6. He was walking a batter an inning, had decreased velocity. But I'll tell you what, one of the all-time great people in the game, Cody Allen. That pitch, low 3-0, and he was fearless on those good Indians ball clubs that nearly won it all. You just wonder where his career goes now. The 3-0, and it's low. And so Soto walks Plawecki on 4 pitches. How about that? He just struck out Kipnis and then throws 4 straight pitches out of the strike zone, which is why Ron Gardenhire may be totally bald by the end of the year.
Oh, Tom, they say the separator in the major leagues is consistency. And obviously this is a young man with very little major league time and trying to gain that consistency, but it has been a struggle.
Well, Jake Bauers didn't struggle last night. Now he'll face a left-hander. This is a big test for Bauers. The pitch, and it's in there. Tigers put 3 on the right side of the infield. Outfielders straight up, medium deep. Bauers, the 9th Indian to hit for the cycle, the youngest Indian to ever hit for the cycle. The pitch to him, a slider and a beauty, 0-2. He was still on cloud 9 today. He said the key for him was finally taking that approach to the plate where you don't think. Now the set, now the 2-strike pitch. Swung on a little dribbler on the left side. Third baseman Lugo to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. The Indians have wanted Bauers to stop trying to pull everything, try to take that ball the other way, and he was doing that last night. And that obviously was one big component, but he said today the other huge component, he's just been going to the plate with too many things circling around in his head, and you cannot hit that way when you're thinking. If you do, the ball is by you before you can react. Bauers at first, 2 down. No score in the second. Leonis Martin slugged a 3-run homer last night, and he takes a called strike at the knees. Martin, despite that home run, is only batting .206. Now, he does have 9 home runs. He's knocked in 19. Now the set and the 0-1 pitch. And it's in there, strike 2. Martin had 9 homers last year, and he's already matched that, but home runs aren't his forte. Again, Tigers overload the right side of the infield with 3. No score, second inning. The 2-strike pitch from Soto. Slider swung on, pounded foul into the Indians' first base dugout. We'll do it again at 0-2. Lyft is the official rideshare partner of the Indians, getting to and from the ballpark a home run. Download Lyft today. Get going. Boy, it's dark, overcast. Wind seems to have picked up. Now it's blowing out toward left. The pitch. Swung on, hammered, deep right field. Back goes Castellanos and makes the catch. That wind may have knocked that ball down a little bit. Castellanos grabbed it in front of the Miguel Cabrera, the DH, hitting cleanup, leads off the Tigers' second, no score. He got a rare home run last night, his 4th of the year. The wind and pitch, and it's Bieber strike. Cabrera batting .286, 4 homers, 29 RBIs. Miguel Cabrera now 36 years of age. He takes strike 2. And a deteriorating right knee, which has robbed him of his ability to use his legs in a swing. That's where your power comes from, your legs, your hips. He doesn't have that ability to really turn on a ball and use his lower half to provide power. Whatever power he has now is all from the upper body. That's a tough way to go in the big leagues. The 0-2, strike 3 called. He never took the bat off his shoulder, and Shane Bieber just threw fastballs by him. That is strikeout number 2, out number 1 here in the second inning. You just wonder, Rosie, I mean, at some point, he's got 4 years left at roughly $30 million a year. Are the Tigers just going to have to eat it? I mean, he's not going to retire and not collect that money. Here's Brandon Dixon, the right-handed hitting first baseman. The pitch to him is a little low, ball 1.
Yeah, they've already moved him off first base. He's a full-time DH strictly now. He wears a brace on that knee. And, yeah, still 4 years to go. That's going to be a long stretch.
Now the windup. Now the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul back, 1-1. Dunkin' Donuts DD Perks members get a medium hot or iced coffee every Monday for just $1 during the Indian season. Sign up for DD Perks. Show your fandom every Monday. No score. Tribe and Tigers, second inning. In Brandon Dixon batting .288, 7 homers, 24 RBIs. He swings, taps it foul at the plate. And the count of 1-2. Now the windup and the 1-2. Swung on a little topper back toward the mound. Coming to the grass area in front of the mound. Bieber gloves, throws, and gets Dixon. Good play by Shane Bieber. 2 down. That'll bring up Harold Castro. Harold Castro, the left-handed hitter tonight in center field. No score, second inning. Well, same scenario as Sunday. Bieber's retired the first 5. The pitch swung on, tapped foul off to the right. Difference is this is Detroit, not New York. And for Shane Bieber, just got away from him, and it was inexplicable even to him, but he's still young. This guy hasn't spent a full year in the big leagues. Game sped up a little bit, and he just couldn't stop it. That pitch in there, strike 2. That's all part of the maturation process. No score, second inning, 2 outs, nobody on. Now the wind by Bieber in the 0-2. Swung on, grounded to third. Easy play for Ramirez. Throws across the diamond. And Shane Bieber, no hiccups tonight. 10-game giveaway inning. Have the top of the order. No score, third inning. Frankie Lindor slices it foul to the right. Lindor grounded out his first time up. Patty Thomas of Sagamore Hills will win a brand new Ford Mustang convertible from Liberty Ford if the Indians hit a grand slam this inning. Pitch down and in, 1-1. So good luck, Patty Thomas, Sagamore Hills. You can try and win a Ford Mustang convertible by going to libertyford.com. Now the 1-1. Down low, ball 2, 2-1. Now let's see, second time through, how the Indians fare against Gregory Soto. Upper 90s, but he's walked 3 already. The 2-1. Check swing foul, and the count 2-2. Soto was considered the Tigers' 15th best prospect coming into this year. The pitch, swing, and a grounder foul, third base side, still 2-2. Now, he was suspended for the first 20 games this year in the minor leagues by Major League Baseball. The 2-2 swung on, fouled off to the right, still 2-2. Nobody is saying what, why, or whatever, but he was suspended for 20 games by Major League Baseball for conduct detrimental to baseball. The 2-2 swung on, a weak bouncing ball again. Second baseman charging. Rodriguez backhands, throws, and Lindor's out number one. Here's Oscar Mercado, flied out his first time up. Well, if he could ever harness his command, I mean, not many guys throw mid to upper 90s like this guy. Now the set, the pitch, swing and a foul back, 95 miles an hour. Soto is 24 years of age, so you don't give up on an arm like his. His 7th professional season, first year he gets above A ball, and he's in the major leagues.
And the Tigers are in a position where they can be patient with him.
Sure.
And give him a lot of opportunities.
They're not going to be good for a long time. Now the 0-1. Breaking ball high, 1-1. They didn't have much in the farm system. They didn't get a whole lot in trades. So this is going to take the Tigers longer than the White Sox to turn it around. The pitch swung on, a bouncer by the mound, charged by the shortstop. Bare hand grab and throw. High by Goodrum. Leaping grab by Dixon. Pulled him off the bag. What a great grab, though, with a bare hand. Charging was shortstop Nico Goodrum. And every time you see that play, you marvel at how great Omar Vizquel was, because he never threw high. He never mishandled a bare hand chance. So Mercado gets credit for an infield hit. Oscar was saying tonight in the dugout that the biggest adjustment for him has been the mental part of Major League Baseball compared to the minors. He's on with the Indians' first hit. No score in the third. Carlos Santana, batting right-handed, takes low ball one. He said in the minor leagues, you could space out once in a while. Not that you're trying to, but you might catch yourself thinking about an at-bat in the outfield or whatever. He's got a good lead. There he goes. Throw goes to first. Now the throw to second. And it's skipped by Rodriguez. Backed up by Goodrum. And a steal of second by Oscar Mercado. Well, he went first move. He had a huge lead. Soto threw to first. Dixon then threw to the second base bag. And the throw looked like it should have been caught. And if it would have been caught by Rodriguez, Mercado would have been out. We'll see if they change that. Runner is at second base nonetheless with one down, no score. The pitch. Swung on, pounded foul down the right side, 1 ball, 1 strike. But Oscar Mercado was saying, you lose your focus, or if you start to drift mentally in the big leagues, he said that's when you make mistakes. You might get away with it in the minor leagues, but he said you can't get away with it in the big leagues. Boy, he's got a big lead. Soto checks him, the pitch, and a slider outside, 2-1. And Mercado said the thing that amazes him is how much he learns every day about the game of baseball just sitting in a major league dugout watching. The 2-1 pitch. Down low, 3-1. In a lot of ways, Rosie, I'm not comparing them as players, but how they have come up to the big leagues with how they've handled themselves. He and Frankie Lindor remind me a lot of each other. They know that they're to be seen, not heard. Respect the veterans, respect the game. 3-1 is swung on, fouled out of play to the right. Michael Brantley took Lindor under his wing. Lindor's taken Mercado under his wing.
And Mercado, he's not just, I think, respectful of the veterans. He really is soaking up everything he can from them and asking the right questions when things don't go his way. And he really seems to be a good student of the game and learning quickly.
What a great trade last summer the Indians made. Chris and Cherney getting him from the St. Louis Cardinals. Third inning, no score. Runner at second. One down in the third. Payoff pitch to Santana, who walked his first time. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. How about that? He went 3-2 with a slider, and he struck out Santana for the second out. Second strikeout. And now Jordan Luplow walked his first time up.
Yeah, it's amazing we talk so much about the amateur scouts this time of year because of the draft, but the success the Indians have had in acquiring players in other teams' minor league systems, there's pro scouts out there watching minor league games all the time. And it seems each year the Indians come up with someone from someone else's organization.
Now Luplow takes ball one. It's up high. Well, it's going to be very interesting, roughly 6 weeks now before the trading deadline. What's going to be happening, not only with the Indians, but other teams the next 6 weeks. The pitch, that's a little bit low, 2-0. We shall see. No score, Tribe Tigers, third inning, 2 down, runner at second. One thing about Gregory Soto, he's going to have a high pitch count every game he pitches. He's already at 50. 29 strikes, 21 balls. He delivers. Luplow takes. It's in there. 2-1 the count. Tigers bunch toward the gaps, medium deep in the outfield. The set. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. There's so much room here in the outfield that you try to cut off the gaps because triples come when balls here get into the gaps in left and right center. A ball down the line here, you're not cutting it off anyway, so you just hope to hold them to a double, but it depends which line they hit it down. Right field line, it's going to be a triple. Now the 2-2 delivery moved him off the plate with the hard stuff. Full count on Luplow. Mercado with the infield hit at second. 2 down in the third. Cleveland and Detroit scoreless on an overcast night with a breeze blowing out toward left. Now the set. Now the pitch. And it's low. Ball 4. Well, at some point you have to make this guy pay. Luplow walks for the second time. Soto has walked 4. And for the second time tonight, Jose Ramirez bats with 2 outs, 2 on. Ramirez popped up his first time. Betsy Kling never takes a night off. The outstanding meteorologist for Channel 3 says just passing sprinkles tonight. And Betsy's here at the ballgame.
Now that's dedication that she would come here to make sure that we were up to date on the weather.
Now the set, now the pitch. And it's in there, a called strike on a breaking ball. She even sent a map of the radar. Like I would know what that meant. Betsy, you're giving us too much credit. Hey, that purple's pretty. Now the 0-1. A little bit outside 1-1. She's phenomenal. Betsy Kling does such a great job for Channel 3. Talk about great people. She and her husband. We've met her mom and dad. She's from the Cleveland area. Phenomenal. No score, third inning, 2 out, 2 on. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, foul down the right side, 1-2. Holy cats, there's Betsy. Down behind the first base dugout in a chugging contest. She can do it all. Now the set by the left-hander Soto. And the 1-2. Swung on, hammered to deep center. Back goes Castro, still going back onto the track. Makes the catch with his back to home plate. Oh, he reached out at the last moment. What a play by Castro. And in any other ballpark, Jose Ramirez has...
TAM 1100 can now be heard on 106.9 FM.
Former Indians farmhand Ronnie Rodriguez takes a first pitch strike from Shane Bieber. Bottom of the third, no score. Rodriguez, right-handed hitter at second base tonight, hitting .219, 6 homers, 22 ribbies. Cuts and misses at that slider, 0-2. Earlier this season, Ronnie Rodriguez had an 0 for 33 streak. And based on the last swing, he's going to get another slider right here. The 2-strike pitch from Bieber. Swing and a miss. Slider. I mean to tell you, folks, you could tell he had no chance hitting that pitch. Bieber has retired the first 7, striking out 3. Here's catcher John Hicks. Whether you're shipping from Cleveland or shipping through Cleveland, choose Global Transport. It's Northeast Ohio's preferred provider for transportation and logistics management. Bieber kicks, deals, bullseye. Beg your pardon. Must have been low, ball 1. Hicks, a .224 hitter, 3 homers, 9 RBIs. Catcher, right-handed batter. They may wish they had kept James McCann the kind of year he's having. Now the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Now Bieber's slider at times is unhittable. And he's got a good one going here tonight. His next pitch waved at again. He may just carve up this Tiger lineup. Bieber's got awfully good stuff here tonight. 1-2 the count. He deals and just missed away. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. No score, bottom of the third. The pitch, I guess low. So far, Bieber, in essence, has thrown nothing but fastballs and sliders. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider. So Hicks is strikeout victim number 4. 2 down. In this game, Bieber's made a grand total of 38 pitches, and all but 3 have either been fastballs or sliders. Here's Dawel Lugo, right-handed hitter at third. Lugo batting .232. He has 1 walk in 69 at-bats. He looks at a ball down low. 2 outs, nobody on, light rain falling. No score, Tribe and Tigers in the third. Bieber's pumps, fires, misses down and away, 2-0. I don't know if Lugo's had many 2-0 counts. The next offering swung on, foul to the upper deck behind the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Tomorrow, Trevor Bauer against a really good young rookie pitcher, Spencer Turnbull. That'll be a 1:10 start tomorrow, then on to Texas. Now the 2-1 delivery. Swung on, fouled into the lower deck right side. And it'll even up the count of 2-2. Bieber is working about as quickly as we've ever seen. He's ready. Here it comes. Swung on, a weak fly ball to right. This will be another 1-2-3 inning for Shane Bieber. He's only made 38 pitches in 3 innings.
Now be heard on 106.9 FM.
Tribe and Tigers, no score as we hit the 4th inning here in Detroit. And Gregory Soto, the lefty, he has held the Indians in check so far as he goes to work on Jason Kipnis, who takes strike 1 on the good heart stuff from Soto. Indians have the only hit in this game for either side Oscar Mercado with an infield single last inning as Kipnis swings and misses at another fastball. And quickly it's 0-2 on Kipnis. Kipnis struck out his first time up. Soto right back with the 0-2. Breaking ball, tapped to the second baseman. Up with it, Rodriguez over to first in time for the out. One down in the top half of the fourth inning, and let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Cleveland Clinic Indians Radio Network.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland.
And WODC HD2 Asheville.
Home of the Indians.
Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton back at Comerica Park in Detroit, where the Tribe and the Tigers are scoreless as Kevin Plawecki takes a pitch low and in for ball one. The incomparable Al Rosenberg, our engineer, here in the booth. And Brian Matze is back at command center once again. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, line drive up the middle. Base hit into center field for Plawecki. He had walked his first time up. Now he singles. And the Indians have a one-out base runner here in the fourth. Jake Bauers will be the batter, the designated hitter once again tonight. He was the DH last night on a night to remember for Bauers. He was saying after the ball game last night, anything close to a cycle in your pro career or even on the amateur level? He said, not even close. Not even remotely close. He digs in now with Plawecki at first base. Shift is on, 3 on the right side. The pitch from Soto swung on and fouled back into the net. And Bieber was quick to give an assist last night to Shane Bieber, tonight's starting pitcher. Bauers was saying he was going to the plate the last time and trying to stay with that left center field approach. Here's the pitch. Down low for a ball. 1-1. And Bieber said, hey, man, you need the home run for the cycle. Go for it. Pull one if you get it. Don't worry about the opposite field approach, even though it had served him very well in the game to that point, as the 1-1 is swung on and fouled off. 1-2 the count. But Bieber told him, let it rip. He did, and he parked one into the seats in right in his final at-bat for the cycle. The 9th in Cleveland Indians history. Some of the names who have done it in the past. Rajai Davis most recently. Travis Hafner. Thunder Thornton did it back in 1978. Tony Horton in 1970. Now the 1-2 pitch. And that's called strike 3 as he took a fastball right down the middle, looked like. But he's caught looking. And Soto has another strikeout, his third. 2 down in the inning. Tribe Baseball is brought to you in part by Everstream, Cleveland's business fiber network. Whether it's Ethernet, high-speed internet, dark fiber, or data storage, Everstream has a solution for all of your data needs. For more information, go to everstream.net. First pitch swinging, Leonis Martin pops one up foul straight back and out of play. And the count is 0-1. Some of the other Indians hitters who've hit for the cycle, Larry Doby did it back in June of 1952. Earl Averill back in 1933. Bill Bradley, the first to do it, back in 1903. Here's the 0-1, up high, 1-1. Boy, it makes you wonder, too. Back in 1903, the Indians franchise just 2 years old, and they had a cycle at that point. Probably figured, well, there'll be plenty of these to come along. It's only happened 9 times now in franchise history. The pitch to Martin, swing and a miss. And it's 1-2 on Leonis Martin. The rain or heavy mist getting a little bit heavier now. A lot of the fans have rain gear on, some umbrellas popping up. And it certainly looks like the infield is getting a little. Now the 1-2 pitch. Fastball outside, and it's 2-2 to Martin. But again, just expected to be very light rain tonight. Certainly something that these teams should be able to play through and get this game to its completion. We're in the fourth. No score. Here's Soto's 2-2. Swung on, bounced first base side of the mound. Tricky play here. The shortstop Goodrum up with it. High throw, and he pulls Dixon off the bag. Safe at first base is Martine. And moving up to second is Plawecki. The inning will continue for Francisco Lindor. Yeah, you figured once that ball got past the pitcher on the first base side of the mound, Martine would have a chance. A good throw, though. And I think Goodrum gets him, but his throw sailed on him and pulled Dixon off the bag. And that does go as an error, not an infield single for Martine. So an error on the shortstop. Niko Goodrum. Boy, he had made a really good play earlier in the ball game, but that time not routine. But he's committed an error that keeps the inning going. Lindor takes strike one on the inside corner. So far tonight, Francisco Lindor twice has bounced to second. He's been red hot at the plate. Last 10 games coming in, hitting at a 370 clip with 3 home runs, 5 runs driven in. Here's Soto's pitch, and it's swung on and fouled back into the net. 0-2 on Lindor. Tribe season ticket holders, don't forget you can earn your Tribe Rewards bonus points just for listening tonight. The radio code tonight is SWING. SWING is the radio code. Go to triberewards.com/codes to enter. Now the 0-2. Swung on, ground ball to short. Up with it, Goodrum. The short way to second in time for the force on Martine. And the threat goes by the boards. Indian Tribe and Tigers, no scores. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning here on a gloomy night in Detroit with the lights on here, but still plenty of daylight left. This mist that the teams are playing through and creates a gloomy scene here in downtown Detroit with the city skyline off in the distance beyond the outfield walls. Shane Bieber back to work. He's been perfect through 3. Niko Goodrum, the batter, swings over a slider for strike 1. Goodrum struck out his first time up. Bieber has struck out 4 so far. The right-hander out of Laguna Hills, California, delivers. And the pitch is down low for a ball, 1-1. Bieber just turned 24 on May 31st. So, boy, what a bright future after early success in the major leagues as his next pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 1-2 to Goodrum. Nice clean delivery for Shane Bieber. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back, just off to our left. And we'll do it again on 1-2. That one was coming in hot. Almost at press level. Now the 1-2 pitch to Goodrum. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Breaking ball gets him. Strikeout number 5 for Shane Bieber. Kristen Stewart will step to the plate. Visit your Northern Ohio Buick and GMC dealers. They have exceptional offers on all 2019 models at your Northern Ohio Buick and GMC dealers. Stewart bounced to second his first time up. Indians put the shift on for him with 3 on that right side of the infield. Outfield playing him straight away. Good-looking young player, Kristen Stewart. Here comes Bieber's pitch. And it's off speed, drops in there for a strike. Stewart has really been consistent in terms of his power production, home run production throughout his minor league career. Now trying to get that going in the big leagues. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on. There's a slow tapper foul outside of first base. Last year at Toledo, he hit 23 home runs. 28 the year before at Double-A. 30 between Single-A and Double-A in 2016. So he has always shown the good power potential. So far this year, 5 home runs for the Tigers. The 0-2. Swung on, ripped foul past the Indians' dugout over on the first base side. We'll do it again on 0-2. One out, base is empty, bottom of the 4th. Bieber's into the line. Here comes his 0-2 pitch. Fastball up high, 1-2. Get you the injury report this half inning. It's presented by Elk and Elk. If an auto accident or medical malpractice caused you injury, call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Breaking ball in the dirt. Plawecki has to pick it up and throw on to first. He does. That completes strikeout number 6 for Shane Bieber as the beat goes on for Bieber. 2 up, 2 down. Nick Castellanos will step in. Well, tough news for Cody Anderson, one of the really nice guys in the game, and he's battled hard to come back from Tommy John surgery. We saw him earlier in the season making a couple of starts for the Tribe at the major league level. Surgery on Thursday to repair a tendon in his throwing arm right around the elbow area, the flexor tendon, and that means a long recovery again for Cody Anderson. So certainly our thoughts with him as he tackles another rehab. Here's the 1-0. Strike called on the inside corner. 1-1 the count. Good news on the Corey Kluber front. Kluber coming off that broken arm, the broken bone in his right forearm. He's been cleared to do more range of motion activities, and the next step will be throwing a couple of weeks away at least. The 1-1. Down low, 2-1, but good progress for Kluber on his way back from the broken arm. Bradley Zimmer shut down that shoulder, giving him some problems, and he remains out in Arizona. He was so close to getting back and beginning a full-fledged rehab assignment with Columbus, but then the shoulder flared up, so he'll be down for a while longer. Here comes the 2-1. Swung on and popped up into the fog. Under it on the infield is Santana and Kipnis. And Kipnis, the second baseman, makes the catch to retire the side in order again. Bieber now perfect through 4, and as we head to the 5th, they're
Dated on the 10, mornings and afternoons on WTAM 1100.
We head to the 5th inning here in Detroit with no score between the Indians and the Tigers, and the Tigers have made a move to their bullpen as the night is over for the starter, Gregory Soto. His best start in the major leagues to date. He had made 4 prior, but this time he throws 4 scoreless innings, and along the way he allowed just 2 hits, struck out 3. He did walk 4 and leaves in a scoreless game, turning it over to another left-hander, Ramirez. Oscar Mercado, the first to face him, swings over a slider for strike 1. Ramirez has thrown the ball well since being called up from AAA. Here's the 0-1. Down low, 1-1. This is his 10th appearance. He's 3-0, an earned run average of 2.25. Averaging a strikeout an inning so far. The 1-1 swung on, popped up, foul, down the right side. A lot of room over there, but not enough. It ends up in the seats as Dixon, the first baseman, gave it a good run. So it's 1-2 on Mercado. Pick up a mouth-watering Papa John's pizza. When you order online, it's 25% off if you use the promo code TRIBEWIN the day after every Indians win. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Mercado lines it back to the mound off the glove of Ramirez. He can't squeeze it. It falls behind him, and Mercado reaches safely at first base with an infield single. That ball was not hit that hard. It was not a screamer back to the mound, but certainly a difficult play, and Ramirez just couldn't squeeze it. He got his glove on it. And it just the webbing of the glove, it tipped off the webbing, and Mercado's aboard with a leadoff single. Now, the Indians have been knocking on the door here the last couple of innings. See if they can break through here and snap this scoreless tie. They stranded a pair last inning, the same in the third. 5 in the game so far. Here's the pitch, and it is on the outside corner for a strike. I should say 7 in the game so far, left stranded for the Indians through the first 4 innings. Santana tonight has walked and struck out in 2 trips. Ramirez with the 0-1. That's in tight. And the count's now 1-1. Ramirez goes 6'4", about 240. He's a big man. 30 years of age. Makes his home in Austin, Texas. Here's his 1-1. That misses outside, and the count's now 2-1. He started his pro career with the Brewers as an outfielder, but it didn't work out. Eventually ended up with the Colorado organization where he began his pitching career. Throw to first, back safely is Mercado. Started pitching in 2017 and in 2018 appeared in 20 games at the AAA level. Throw to first, diving back in just in time is Mercado. I believe I said Colorado. He pitched for Colorado Springs. And then the Tigers signed him as a minor league free agent this past offseason. And again, he has thrown the ball extremely well for Detroit since being called up. Next pitch to Santana, slapped through the right side, a base hit. On his way to second is Mercado. Will hang on right there. But vintage 2019 Carlos Santana taking what's given and slapped one to the opposite field for a single. And now the Indians have something working here with nobody out, 2 men aboard, and Jordan Luplow, the batter, facing a lefty, which has been very impressive for him so far this season. He's walked his first 2 trips. Luplow still with that large disparity when he's facing lefties as opposed to righties. Batting .290 against left-handed pitching with 7 homers of the 8 and a dozen runs driven in. Here's the pitch to him. And it's on the outside corner for a strike. Indians now with 4 hits, trying to take advantage of 2 here this inning to get the inning started. Here's the pitch from Ramirez. Swung on, popped up foul. This one comes back and out of play. And it remains 0-2 on Luplow. Now the look in by Ramirez. Here's his 0-2. And that misses inside for a ball. 1-2 the count on Luplow. Time for the Cleveland Clinic Caregiver Shout Out. And the good folks at the clinic remind you, from fingers to toes and joints to bones, get the orthopedic care you need when and where you need it. Visit clevelandclinic.org/ortho. Next pitch to Luplow is skied to right deep. Back on it's Castellanos. He's at the track. It's turned around, and he can't make the play. It bounces on the warning track. Rounding third, heading for home is Mercado. He scores. Into third goes Santana. And with a gift double, Jordan Luplow has put the Indians in front 1-0. A terrible route by Castellanos as he got turned one way. The ball was behind him, and it bounced on the warning track well shy of the wall. So the Indians grab a 1-0 lead on Luplow's double. For Jordan Luplow, that's his 7th double. He now has 18 runs driven in. And Jose Ramirez will step in with runners at second and third and nobody out. The pitch to him, inside for ball 1. Now, if you were with us earlier, Tom was mentioning Castellanos talking to the media yesterday here in Detroit and not pleased with a whole lot. The 1-0. That's down low, 2-0. Wants a contract extension. Tigers not offering that. Doesn't want to be traded, but that could happen. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Down low, 3-0. Also talked about moving around quite a bit defensively throughout his Tigers career, even in the minor leagues. from short to third to the outfield. They asked him to play first. He said, no, I want to stay in right. I'm working at it. And he did not make a good play right there, and it has been costly. The 3-0 pitch. Swung on, line to left. Coming on and making the catch, the left fielder, Stewart. Tagging, heading for home, and scoring is Santana. And Ramirez drives in the run to make it 2-0 Tribe. Last 2 plate appearances for Jose Ramirez, he has looked like Jose Ramirez compared to how it's been going this season. He was robbed of extra bases his last time up, hitting a ball well over 400 feet, but it's caught here on a great play by the center fielder Castro, and then this time a solid line drive to left that results in a sac fly and a 2-0 Tribe lead. RBI number 24 for Ramirez. Here's Jason Kipnis. He takes an off-speed pitch up high for ball 1. So 1 out, runner at second base, that's Luplow. Indians have snapped the scoreless tie here in the 5th. Here's the pitch from Ramirez, and it's low and outside for a ball. Kipnis tonight has struck out, bounced to second. Here comes the 2-0 from Ramirez. Swung on, ground ball, first base. Knocked down by Dixon. Picks it up, flips to the pitcher covering. And there in time is Ramirez to retire Kipnis. Advancing to third on the play is Luplow. Now there's 2 down. Kevin Plawecki will step in. Good night going for Plawecki with a walk and a single. Trying to come through with 2 away and that runner down at third base. Don't forget, it's Conrad's 50th anniversary, and next Friday night they're giving away a 2019 Honda CR-V. Pitch to Plawecki, inside for a ball. That'll be before the fireworks show after the ball game with the Tigers next Friday night. Your chance to enter the next Conrad's car giveaway is at conrads50.com. There's a swing and a miss by Plawecki, and the count's now 1-1. You can enter once a week, every week at conrads50.com. And next weekend, Friday night, they're giving away a 2019 Honda CR-V. Here's the 1-1. Down low. Count moves to 2-1 on Plawecki. Tribe up 2-0 with 2 runs on 5 hits. We are in the top half of the 5th inning in rainy Detroit. And maybe foggy would be a better term. The 2-0 pitch swung on, fouled off. Actually a 2-1 pitch, so now 2-2 on Plawecki. Indians breaking through against the reliever Nick Ramirez after the starter Gregory Soto shut them down on 2 hits for 4 innings. The 2-2 pitch. Down low, ball 3. So Plawecki has worked the count full with Luplow down at third. 2 outs. 2 runs already in for the Tribe. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line to third, off the chest of Lugo, and all hands will be safe. Plawecki is aboard at first. Luplow scores from third, and the Indians now lead it 3-0. Hard hit one hopper to Lugo, who played it off his chest, and the ball popped free on him. No chance to make a play. And Plawecki once again hits the ball hard, puts it in play. We'll see how they score it. There has already been 1 error in this game. That was last inning on the Tigers. Here's Jake Bauers, 0 for 2. The pitch to him, swung on, tapped to the shortstop Goodrum. In the shift, he's up with it and throws on to first. Heard a decision on that ground ball off the bat of Kevin Plawecki that hit the chest of the third baseman Lugo and popped free. Plawecki was safe, and it was ruled as an infield single, so a run driven in for Kevin Plawecki. As a run scored on the play, and that made it 3-0. All in support of Shane Bieber, who has been outstanding so far. He has not allowed a base runner with 6 strikeouts. Here's his pitch. to Miguel Cabrera on the outside corner, strike one. Cabrera, one of those strikeouts back in the second inning. Here comes Bieber's 0-1 pitch. And it's swung on, a broken bat looper up the middle and on through a base hit into center field. Oh, softly hit, and that's the first base hit allowed by Bieber. But that is why it is so hard to throw a no-hitter or perfect game. That ball not hit hard, but it found the spot. And Cabrera is aboard as the first base runner for the Tigers tonight in the fifth. Brandon Dixon, the batter, bounced back to the mound his first time up. Right-handed hitter. Bieber working from the stretch for the first time tonight. Here's his pitch. Down low, ball one. Time for your Cleveland Indians memorable moment. That's brought to you by the Nissan team, Bedford Nissan and Menor Nissan. Take you back to this date in 2005. First, the 1-0 pitch. Here it is. Swung on, line drive, center field. Martin moving over, makes the catch on the run, heading to left center as he was shaded over to right center, so he had to run some, and he got there. Nice play by Martin for the first out in the inning. Cabrera remains at first. But on this date in 2005, it wasn't his most memorable or famous walk-off home run, but Aaron Boone hit a walk-off home run for the Tribe in the 11th inning to send the Indians to a 7-6 win over Colorado in interleague play. Harold Castro steps in. Here's the pitch to him. And the center fielder for the Tigers takes strike one at the knees on the inside corner. Tribe up 3-0. We are in the bottom half of the fifth inning here in Detroit. Indians coming off of that solid homestand where they went 5-3 against the Twins, Yankees, and Reds. Here's the 0-1. Strike called on the inside corner. It's 0-2 on Castro. They opened up their road swing with a 13-4 win last night. 17 hits last night, just one shy of their season best at Boston in late May. The 0-2 waved at and missed, strike three. Boy, a feeble swing at that nasty slider from Shane Bieber, and Castro strikes out, the seventh for Bieber. 2 down in the inning. Cabrera still at first. The 2019 Google MLB All-Star Ballot is now open. New this year, after the first round of voting, the top 3 players at each position advance to a special election to determine the All-Star starters. Vote daily at Indians.com/vote, and on Google, search your favorite Cleveland Indians or MLB vote. Up steps Ronnie Rodriguez. Big swing at a slider, doesn't get it. Strike one. Francisco Lindor, Carlos Santana, certainly good candidates. Trying to get there. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball down low. 1-1 the count. Tribe up 3-0 with 3 runs on 6 base hits. No runs, a base hit for the Tigers in this bottom half of the fifth inning. Bieber has the sign from Plawecki. Here's his 1-1. Swing and a miss. Another slider, and it's 1-2. And that's been a very useful pitch for Shane Bieber, not only tonight, but throughout the season. Opponents hitting just 202 off his slider so far this season. And for some perspective, that's 13th lowest in the American League. Cabrera at first, no threat to run. Santana playing behind him at first base. Ronnie Rodriguez, the former Indians farmhand who never did play in the major leagues with the Tribe. Digs in from the right side. Here comes the 1-2. Low and outside as he laid off that time. It's been a challenge for him in his at-bats against Bieber tonight. So 2-2 the count on Rodriguez with the catcher, John Hicks, waiting on deck. Bieber's ready. The 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Slider gets him. 8 strikeouts for Bieber through 5. And we'll head to the 6th. It's the Tribe 3, the Tigers 0 on the Cleveland Clinic Indians Radio Network.
3-0 lead after 5 as Shane Bieber has almost been perfect. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton back with you along with Jim Rosenhaus. For the Indians, it'll be 9-1-2 to face the left-handed reliever, Nick Ramirez. Rain has been falling from about the second inning on, and a first pitch strike as Martin showed bunt, but got a curveball and didn't offer. Martin 0 for 2, left on left. Second inning of relief work for Nick Ramirez. The pitch, swung on, banged to first by the diving Dixon. In shallow right, a dive by Rodriguez. Second baseman from his knees throws to first for the out. 2 Tigers dive, 1 gets it. And Ronnie Rodriguez in shallow right takes a hit away from Leonis Martin. Nicely done. 1 down, top of the order. Frankie Lindor batting right-handed. 3 groundouts. What a story Nick Ramirez is. Here's the set and the pitch, and it's in there, strike. Nick Ramirez was a standout hitter and pitcher at Cal State Fullerton. The pitch, swing and a foul back. 0-2. Fact, his sophomore year in college, he batted .346, 16 homers, 75 RBIs. It wasn't just a guy that swung a bat. He was big time. Pitch outside, 1-2. He pitched all through college and was a first baseman DH. The 1-2, swung on, ground ball, base hit between first and second into right. Good piece of hitting by Lindor to go Oppo. His junior year, he was the Big West Player of the Year. He went 16-16 in saves, plus was a good hitter. And scouts were divided when he was coming out of Cal State Fullerton. Is he a better hitting prospect? Is he a better pitching prospect? Here's Oscar Mercado. 2 infield hits, 2 for 3. Tribe up 3-0. The pitch, and it's down and in, a ball. So the Brewers drafted Nick Ramirez in the 4th round in 2011, made him a hitter. The 1-0, and time is called. And he spent 6 years in the minor leagues as a first baseman. Now we have time called. And Ron Gardenhire is coming out. He is barking with the home plate umpire, Manny Gonzalez. I don't think he liked the fact the time was given. And Ron Gardenhire's been thrown out of this game. He just swiped dirt on home plate. He must have been thrown out while he was in the dugout and got the heave-ho from Manny Gonzalez, who allowed Mercado time just as Ramirez was about to make his pitch. And Ron Gardenhire went out there and swiped dirt with his feet on home plate. Got to believe he had been ejected prior to even coming out. Manny Gonzalez never seemed too upset about it. Now we're back-to-back baseball. The 1-0. Down and in, 2-0. That was bizarre. I think Ron Gardenhire is a little frustrated, folks. One of the great guys in the game, a tremendous manager. Won 6 division titles as the manager of the Twins. Got his hands full here in Detroit. Now the 2-0. Swing and a foul back and out of play, 2-1. Anyway, Nick Ramirez, 6 years as a Brewer first baseman in the minor leagues. He had 99 homers in those 6 years, 19 the most in a single season, and he batted .242 in 6 years. Not bad. Now the 2-1, inside with a cutter, 3-1. But the Brewers felt like, you know what, he's pretty much hit a wall here. He's not going to go any further than Double-A as a hitter. And the Brewers suggested, hey, maybe you ought to try pitching again. Now the 3-1 pitch, swung on, skied in the air, left center, medium deep. The center fielder Castro still drifting back. Boy, did that ball carry. And he retires Mercado for out number 2. So, Nick Ramirez says, why not? Hadn't pitched in about 5 years. Started pitching some his last year as a hitter. Not in games, but just kind of working on the side. And then spent 2 years pitching in the minor leagues for the Brewers after spending 6 years as a hitter, and really pitched well in the minor leagues. As the set and the pitch to Santana, runner goes, pitches low, no throw. Stolen base for Lindor. He's 8 for 9 in that department. So the last 2 seasons in minor league ball, the Brewers used Ramirez as a pitcher. He was 18-7 with a 2.5 ERA in the minor leagues as a reliever. The pitch, upstairs, a ball, 2-0. He wasn't protected, and so Detroit signed him to a free agent minor league contract in December. And in this, his 3rd professional season as a pitcher, he's now in the big leagues. But a grand total of 9 years in the minors as a hitter and pitcher. The pitch, and it's in there, 2-1. So the Tigers in this rebuild take a shot on a guy like Nick Ramirez, and why not? He's no spring chicken, but he's their chicken. And his arm is fresh, having not pitched since basically college until a couple of years ago. So Neil Ramirez comes set. The 2-1 to Santana. And it's low, 3-1. Tribe leading 3-0. 2 down, 6th inning. Runner at second and a 3-1 count on Santana, who's walked twice and doubled in a run. Nick Ramirez is ready. The pitch, and he's outside with it. Santana's walked 3 more times tonight. Here's Jordan Luplow, 2 walks and an RBI double. Nick Ramirez is 6'4", 230. He'll turn 30 in August. Went to the same high school in Anaheim as Jared Wright. Jared Wright, the former Indians flamethrower and near hero of the 1997 World Series. Here's Luplow. 2 down, 2 on, 3-0 Tribe. The pitch, runners both go. Pitch is a strike. Throw to third, in with a feet-first slide is Lindor. Indians pull off a double steal. How about that? Santana's 2nd steal of the year. He's at second. Lindor 2 steals this inning. 9 on the year. He's at 3rd. And so the Indians have swiped 3 bases here in the 6th inning. And now base hit. And the Indians would have themselves a 5-0 lead. Tigers put 3 on the left side of the infield. Luplow awaiting the 0-1. Here it comes. Swung on, popped him up. Into the rain and the clouds. The first baseman, Dixon, in on the grass to the right of the mound. Falls down, catches it. Boy, the Tiger
can now be heard on 106.9 FM.
Shane Bieber has pitched a beauty. He has given up a little humpback liner base hit to center. That's been it. Came in the 5th inning. He had retired the first 12 in a row. He's retired 15 out of 16. Has struck out 8. Hasn't walked anybody. Indians lead 3-0. Bottom of the sixth, catcher John Hicks struck out his first time. He takes ball one. It's low. Indians get their 3 runs in the fifth. Jordan Luplow, RBI double. Jose Ramirez, sac fly. Kevin Plawecki, RBI single. Pitch high, 2-0. That's your Northern Ohio Ford dealers game summary. Ford is America's best-selling brand. Bieber working in a hurry. Pitches on the corner, strike, 2-1. Rain's been falling almost the entire game. Just another rainy night in the Midwest. The pitch fouled into the first base seats, and a 2-2 count on Hicks. Here it is, the middle of June, and weather that would remind you of April. Cleveland has out-hit Detroit 7-1. They lead 3-0. The wind and pitch to the catcher, and it's waved at, got him with a slider. So 9 strikeouts for Bieber, including the last 3 Tigers. He had a career-best 15 strikeouts in that shutout of Baltimore on June 19th. That was actually May 19th. Shut Baltimore out on 5 hits, struck out 15. He looks like that again tonight. Dalwell Lugo has flied out his only time up the wind and pitch, and he fouls it to the upper deck. Go to MyPillow.com. Click the radio listeners special tab. Use the promo code TRIBE. Get a special offer at MyPillow.com. Promo code TRIBE. Bieber is working as quickly as we've ever seen him. He delivers, and it's a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, he's got a chance at a complete game because Bieber has only made 71 pitches. He kicks, he delivers, and it's swung on, bounced foul, third base side, and the count a ball and 2 strikes. Bieber has thrown almost exclusively fastballs and sliders. 8 curveballs, 5 changeups. The rest evenly split fastball sliders. The pitch down low, and the count 2-2. That slider right there for Shane Bieber now gives him 31 sliders in the game, 30 fastballs. Amazing. He's ready on the 2-2. High, ball, 3. Full count. Bieber throws the ball out. He wants a drier one. Indians with a 3-0 lead in the sixth. 1 out, nobody on. Bieber with a full count on the number 9 hitter, Dalwell Lugo. His payoff. Swing and a miss. Wipeout slider down and away. And Bieber has struck out the last 4 Tigers and has struck out 10. That's his 3rd game this year with 10 strikeouts or more. Here is the leadoff man who has struck out twice, Niko Goodrum. He'll swing it left-handed. He has struck out looking and swinging. The switch hitter at short. The Indians place 3 on the right side of the infield. The wind, the pitch, swing and a miss. They cannot touch him. That was a rare changeup by Shane Bieber. I mean, folks, Bieber has overmatched Detroit. That pitch swung on, fouled off the foot, and Goodrum down in a heap. And the count 0-2. He's slow to get up. It may have as much to do with the fact the count is 0-2 as it does with the fact his foot hurts. Bieber at 0-2 has just been pounding hitters with 2-strike sliders, left or right. Tigers only have 3 left-handed hitters on their club. Goodrum's a switch hitter, so they are predominantly a right-handed hitting ball club. Goodrum gingerly steps back in. 2 strikes on him. Bieber the wind, and here it comes. Swung on, grounded foul, and the count remains 0-2. 3-0 Indians. Base is empty, 2 down in the Tigers' 6th. The next delivery, swung on, sliced foul, third base side, will do it again at 0-2. Detroit has lost 15 of its last 17 home games. Think of that. Now the 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a curveball. What a night for Shane Bieber. 6 innings in the books, 3-0 Indians on a rainy night in the Motor City. Relief pitcher Nick Ramirez has given up the 3 runs in his 2 innings of work. This will be his 3rd inning. Jose Ramirez, batting right-handed, rips it to left, base hit. Ramirez has looked as good in this series as he's maybe looked all year. He had a triple, 2 hits, 2 RBIs last night. He's 1 for 3 with a single sac fly RBI tonight, and would have had a 3-run homer in any other park in the 3rd inning, except the center fielder Castro made an incredible catch, almost a la Willie Mays style, going to that wall in dead center 420 feet away, way back in the 3rd. He draws a throw, and Ramirez is 3rd in the league in steals with 16, and the Indians swiped 3 bases last inning. Jason Kipnis, shift to the right, takes a breaking ball outside for ball 1. Folks huddled underneath the overhang to try to stay dry. Pitch outside, ball 2, 2-0. Well, if you'd like a little more adventure, try the Toyota RAV4. Advanced safety features, 2-year no-cost maintenance standard. The pitch, swung on, foul tipped, 2-1. For all your Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Indians have stranded 10. Detroit, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. Now the 2-1. Kipnis pops one in the air to shallow center. Jogging in is Castro to grab it. Kipnis out number 1. Here's Kevin Plawecki. Boy, he's swung it well tonight. 2 singles, a walk, and a run batted in. Right-handed hitting catcher. Light rain's been falling most of the game. We haven't had any stoppage. As long as it doesn't get any harder, we're going to keep playing in it. Why not? Ramirez is ready. And the pitch. And it's upstairs, a ball. Can't see many of the downtown buildings, or at least the tops of them. Fog has settled in here in downtown Detroit. Toss to first, and Ramirez back standing. Now the set and the toss over to first. Ramirez back again. Now the left-hander, hands resting, belt high, checks first, comes to the plate, and it's swung on, and a weak fly into shallow right center. This is dropping, and it does drop. Bounces into the hands of Rodriguez, turns, throws to second, forces out Ramirez. Well, Castellanos, Castros, and Rodriguez were all out there, and Rodriguez, the second baseman, had his back to home plate. Nobody could catch the ball. Nobody got a glove on it. But it took a nice bounce back up from the grass to Ronnie Rodriguez. And he fired to second to force out Jose Ramirez, who thought that ball might get caught. You just got kind of in no man's land. So here's Jake Bauers, and he looks at a called strike on the outside corner. So Plawecki would have had a third hit, but instead goes as a fielder's choice on the force at second, but not much Ramirez could do as that pitch is in there. Two down, seventh inning. Indians leading 3-0. Left on left. The pitch to Bauers, down and away, a breaking ball, and the count. Now, a ball and 2 strikes after Bauers' big night last night, hitting for the cycle. 0 for 3, 3 groundouts tonight. Now the set and the 1-2 pitch. Swung on line, foul over the head of first base coach Sandy Alomar. And we'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes. Indians have mauled the Tigers over the last 4 seasons. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Chase the breaking ball down and away. Ramirez strikes out Bauers. Grounds crew putting a little of that drying agent on the mound. Indians and Tigers playing in a steady rain. 3-0 Tribe here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Angels today beat Tampa Bay 5-3 as Tampa Bay started the day with a half-game lead over New York in the East. Boston has downed Baltimore 7-2. Chris Sale wins his third. Houston routed Toronto 7-2. And the youngster who's come up and made such an impression, Yordan Alvarez, has already hit his 4th home run. Just the way Houston needed another thumper. Yankees, White Sox, no score in the first. Boy, the Yankees are struggling. They've lost 3 in a row, 7 out of their last 10. Texas leads Cincinnati 2-0, 3rd inning in Ohio. Kristen Stewart has grounded out, struck out, left-handed hitting left fielder. Bottom of the 7th, Cleveland 3, Detroit 0. Indians overload the right side of the infield. Shane Bieber has made 80 pitches, and he delivers down and away, ball 1. San Francisco outlasted Milwaukee 8-7, despite Christian Yelich's major league leading 26th homer. The 1-0. And it's ball 2 downstairs. Miami with a 4-3 lead on Pittsburgh in the 6th inning. Mets have jumped on St. Louis 6-1 in the 2nd. Stewart looks at ball 3. It's low. Atlanta with a 1-0 lead on Philly in the 2nd inning. Atlanta leading the Phils by 2.5 games. They've won 8 in a row. A dramatic come-from-behind win last night. That pitch is high, and Bieber's walked his first. So Stewart with a 4-pitch walk, and that's only the 2nd base runner for Detroit. That's your Ram Truck scoreboard from towing, hauling, work, or play. Ram will power you through it. See your Ram dealer or log on to ramtrucks.com. Guts, glory, Ram. Cleveland 3, Detroit 0. Nick Castellanos has flied out, popped up. Right-hander against right-hander. Bieber has struck out 11 and walked 1. His first pitch in there, strike. Bieber, a career-best 15 strikeouts in his complete game shutout of Baltimore back in May. He's got a chance to top that tonight. 11 with nobody out in the 7th inning. He sets, he fires, and it's strike 2. Outside corner at the knees, another good fastball. Light breeze blowing out toward left, rain falling. The next delivery from Bieber to Castellanos. Ooh, just missed down and away. Somehow Castellanos didn't chase that wicked slider. Bieber, a look over the shoulder to first. Stewart, not a base stealing threat. The pitch. Swung on, ripped foul outside of first. And the count. A ball and 2 strikes on Nick Castellanos. Miguel Cabrera, certainly double play candidate on deck. Bieber is ready. And here it comes. Swung on, a little weak pop. Shallow right, this is trouble. It is dropping for a hit near the line. And for the first time tonight, Detroit gets a runner to second. A bloop single down the right field line in shallow right. And Castellanos has the Tigers' second hit. Stewart to second. And here's Miguel Cabrera, strikeout, and a broken bat looping liner back up the middle to center, the only other Tiger hit. So the Tigers with 2 of the cheapest hits you can imagine. And now what Bieber needs to do is try to work out of it here. 2 on, nobody out, 7th inning. First time Detroit's had a runner in scoring position. It's still just a 3-0 Tribe lead. Righty-righty matchup. The pitch to Cabrera. Swung on, yanked foul down the left side. Strike 1. May have hung that breaking ball a little bit. Adam Simber, the right-hander, up in the Tribe pen. The Indians' pen beyond the wall in left center. The Tigers' pen beyond the wall in left. As they sit side by side. Bieber checks second. And the 1-strike pitch. Swung on line to right. Base hit. This will load him up. Everybody moves up 1. So Cabrera shoots one the other way. And Bieber, who had struck out 5 in a row, had worked 6 shutout innings of 1-hit baseball, has given up 2 singles after a walk. And here comes Indians pitching coach Carl Willis. Indians bullpen hasn't had much time to get loose. That's how dominant Bieber has been. And not that these balls have been scalded or anything of that, but Tigers hadn't even been making contact. Brandon Dixon will be the hitter, has tapped to the mound and lined out to center. Shane Bieber trying to win his 6th game. Conference breaks up before home plate ump Manny Gonzalez gets halfway to the mound. Again in this ballpark, lots and lots of acreage. Down the lines, in the gaps. It's an extra base hitter's delight. And that's why you may not hit the home runs here that you do in, say, Milwaukee or Cincinnati, but you can get a lot of base hits here that wouldn't be base hits in other ballparks. So it doesn't take long to race a 3-run lead. Infield double play depth. The set by Bieber and the pitch to Dixon. And he grounds it up the middle, base hit. That'll score Stewart. That'll score Castellanos. It's a 1-run game. Cabrera stops at second, and Brandon Dixon with a ground ball single to center, now with 26 RBIs. And just like that, shades of Sunday, when Bieber had 7 in a row reach on him. He's had 4 in a row reach here to start the 7th. And the Indians now with a precarious 3-2 lead. Tigers at first and second, still nobody out. And Harold Castro, left-handed hitter, will bat against Bieber. Castro's grounded out, struck out. Joe Jimenez warming in the Tiger pen. Simber is ready in the Indians pen. Showing bunt is Castro. The pitch, he swings away and misses. He squared to bunt, and as the pitch was being delivered, then went back into swing mode. Dave Clark, the former Indians' first-round pick, going through the signs, coaching at third. Although he might be closer to home plate than third. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 on Castro, who's hitless in his last 13 at bats. Boy, this is interesting. Tigers not bunting here. Nobody out. And it may have something to do with Cabrera running at second. 3-2 Indians. 2 on, nobody out. The 0-2 pitch to Castro. Swing and a miss. Chased one down. And that was a feeble at bat. A dozen strikeouts for Bieber. And now Ronnie Rodriguez, the hitter. Boy, is that a mammoth out for Bieber. And now righty. Rodriguez has struck out both times swinging. And Bieber, at 95 pitches, is staying out there. So Cabrera, who's at second, it may take a triple to score Cabrera. He's the tying run. Dixon the go-ahead run at first. 3-2 Indians. 7th inning with 1 out. Righty encounter. Bieber, hands drop below the belt. He fires, and it is a called strike on a slider. Jerry Francona showing his faith in the young man. Bieber's ready. His next delivery to Rodriguez. Swung on a weak chopper to third. Gloved by Ramirez. Throws to second in time. Now they've got Cabrera in a rundown between second and third. Kipnis throws to Ramirez, who tags out Cabrera. How about that double play? Ramirez was going to tag Cabrera, didn't. Threw to second instead. They still had time to throw back to Ramirez to tag out Cabrera. 55. He is not a strikeout pitcher. Alcantara. Sinker, slider, changeup. Leonis Martin, the number 9 hitter, will lead it off. The rain looks like it's completely stopped, or it's hardly raining anymore. And it's starting to get a little brighter. The pitch, and it's swung on, ripped to right. That's a base hit down the line. This is going to scoot to the wall. Martin is on his way to second base, and he'll hold there with his 7th double of the year. That's a big run now. Starter Gregory Soto, just up from the minor leagues today, shut out the Indians in 4 innings. He allowed 2 hits, struck out 3, walked 4. Then Nick Ramirez came on and in 3 innings gave up the 3 runs on 6 hits, walked 1, struck out 1. Now the top of the order in Francisco Lindor. He'll swing it left-handed for the first time tonight. Indians with a 3-2 lead. They've out-hit the Tigers 9-4. We're in the 8th. Lindor 1 for 4, a single, 2 steals. The pitch, and he sends a weak fly to left. Boy, that's not what he wanted. That means Martin's got to stay put at second. No, he's tagging and coming to third. Throw is not in time. I think Martin deked Stewart. That should not have happened. A fly ball to medium deep left was not deep enough to normally get the runner over. And Stewart kind of assumed Martin wasn't going to tag. Martin nonchalantly stood at second, then took off, caught Stewart flat-footed. He got his throw to third, but not much on it, as he wasn't coming from behind the ball to gain momentum with his throw going to third. And now a runner at third, infield in for Oscar Mercado. The set, the pitch, and it's inside a ball. Wow, what a decoy job by Leonis Martin.
And to win close games, those are the types of plays that you need. Now, the Indians leading right now, but an insurance run would be huge.
Mercado, 2 infield singles and 4 trips. Tigers with the infield in at the cut of the grass. 3-2 Indians. Runner at third, 1 out, 8th inning. Alcantara delivering, and Mercado swinging and bouncing one to third. Leaping grab by Lugo. Throws to first, low, but dug out by Dixon. Mercado's out, number 2. Martin had to hold at third. Oh, a leaping grab by Lugo at third on the high chopper. And able to hold Martin, throw out Mercado at first. And 2 down, that runner is still at third. Indians still up 3-2. And now Carlos Santana with 3 walks and a single. He'll bat left-handed. I can't believe they would pitch to him. You've got a right-handed hitter due next in Luplow, although the Indians can go to a pinch hitter. But you're going to pitch to Carlos Santana with 2 down? Runner at third. Indians up 3-2. Shift to the right, the pitch. And they pitch to him. It's a tick low, ball 1. Santana tonight has singled, walked a couple of times. Boy, this is interesting. It might be the intentional walk, but we shall see. Alcantara's ready. Here it comes. And it's in there, a strike. 1-1 the count. Well, Ron Gardenhire has forgot more about managing than I'll ever know. But this is a bit surprising. Here comes the runner from third. Throw to the plate. Head first slide. A stolen base by Martin. He steals home. How about that? The Indians lead it 4-2. Alcantara was looking for the sign when he put his head down to set. Martin broke for the plate with a head-first slide, beat the throw in from Alcantara. How about that? Now the pitch to Santana. And it's in there 1-2. Well, the Texas Rangers, Elvis Andrus has stolen home twice this year. We'll see them Monday night. But Martin just stunned everybody. Stealing home here in the 8th to put the Tribe up 4-2. The pitch to Santana, and he grounds one to first, fielded by Dixon. He'll make the play himself, but Leonis Martin led off the inning with a double. The Indians couldn't get him home, so he said, to heck with it. I'll do it myself. Tribe 4, tie
1100.
John Hicks takes ball 1, a high fastball from Shane Bieber. Bottom of the 8th with the Indians on top of the Tigers, now 4-2. The righties pitch, and it's up high again, ball 2, 2-0. Oliver Perez warming in the Indians' pen as Bieber gets it in there, a strike, 2-1. Bieber has struck out 12, second best in his career, has walked 1. He delivers, and it's swung on, fouled into the first base seats, 2-2 the count. Hicks has struck out twice, the number 8 hitter and catcher. Cleveland with a 4-2 lead after Leonis Martin with a straight steal of home in the top of the inning. Bieber's pitch, swung on, popped him up, playable, behind home plate. Plawecki drops the mask, makes the one-handed catch, and Hicks is out number 1. Now the number 9 hitter, Dalwell Lugo, 0 for 2. Now there's not a much more exciting play in the game. I think Rod Carew one year had 7 steals of home, something like that for the Twins. Elvis Andrus has had a couple for Texas. Frankie Lindor had one last year, but a lot of times the steal of home is on the other end of a double steal. This was a straight steal. Lugo taking, it's in there, a strike.
Now, certainly Martin went to school on Alcantara coming to the set position and looking down. That gave him the opening.
Smart base running. The 0-1, swing and a foul off to the right, 0-2. With 2 out, even if you're out at the plate, hey, good time to try it with the lead.
What an inning for him.
Ooh.
Base running, double to get on. Man.
Now the 0-2. Swung on, a bouncing ball to the second baseman off the chest of Kipnis. Recovers, throws, got him. Kipnis didn't panic. 2 down. And Nico Goodrum is going to face Oliver Perez. Terry Francona feels like 105 pitches is enough. This is a Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen. Another brilliant effort by Shane Bieber. He'll leave with a 4-2 lead. 2 tonight. He's got a chance to win his 6th. He went 7 2/3. He allowed 2 runs on 4 hits, struck out a dozen, walked 1. Nico Goodrum will bat right-handed. Bieber struck him out 3 times. Perez, fastball slider, sets, delivers, and a fastball strike. Well off the line at first is Santana. He's easily 35 feet off the line. The outfield just a bit the other way toward right for the speedy Goodrum. The pitch, slider in the dirt, 1-1. Power Home Solar is the official solar provider of the Indians, and it's building a movement. Visit powerhome.com or text solar 411-411. Power Home Solar, own your power. Now the 1-1 pitch. Backdoored him and missed with a slider, down and away, 2-1. Well, Shane Bieber certainly put Sunday's misadventure in the rear-view mirror. As the Indians expected that would be the case, it was. The next pitch swung on a little looping liner to right, base hit near the line. Rolls into foul ground, and Goodrum's on his way to second with a double. So Goodrum has his 14th two-bagger. And Kristen Stewart will step to the plate left on left. Now, if you're Ron Gardenhire, you've got all right-handed hitters on your bench. You could make a move here, but this is also a case when you're Ron Gardenhire. You want the young kids to play and face these late-inning lefties. Tigers aren't going anywhere this year. They're going to lose probably close to 100 games. So no need to start pinch hitting here. Let these youngsters gain some valuable late-inning exposure. That pitch in there, but even though across the plate, evidently it was low for ball 1. Stewart has some pop, has grounded out, struck out, and walked. The pitch, breaking ball waved at, 1-1. Stewart, a draft pick out of Tennessee, first rounder by Detroit 4 Junes ago. It's a guy that's hit as many as 30 home runs in a minor league season. Now the 1-1. Swung on, rolled toward first, foul, 1-2. 3 years in a row, he was the Detroit Tigers minor league player of the year. That means one of 2 things. He's either a phenomenal prospect or your farm system's a little barren. Or maybe it's a little of both. He's hit a lot of home runs in the minors. The last 3 years in the minor leagues, Stewart hit 30, 28, and 27 homers. Just hasn't translated yet on the big league level, as catcher Kevin Plawecki has something in his eye, and trainer Jeff Desjardins is out there. Been a muddy, rainy night, but the rain has stopped, and we can now see the tops of the high-rises in downtown Detroit. This is a massive downtown.
It really is. And, you know, you say that with the fog clearing. Betsy Kling was right earlier. Just a passing,
She's always right.
Passing shower. Nothing major.
It's just won her 4th chugging contest in a row. We are so proud. Now the 1-2 to Stewart. Breaking ball, he wouldn't chase, down and away, 2-2.
She's going to get back to Cleveland. All her friends are going to say, hey, what happened over there in Detroit?
Maybe there's a professional chugging contest here in the Motor City that she entered. Now the set, now the 2-2 from Perez. Swing and a miss, struck it out with a good slider. And that'll do it for the Tigers in the 8th. Tribe with a 4th.
Cleveland.
Am I a journalist?
Monday morning from 9 to 10
Or a celebrity?
on WTAM 1100.
8 in the books. Indians 4 and the Tigers 2, and Joey Jimenez a mid-90s fastball, slider, and changeup. He's their eighth inning setup man. He's had kind of an up-and-down year. 2 wins, 4 losses, a .494 ERA, but 39 strikeouts in 27 innings. Jordan Luplow would normally be the batter, but with the right-hander coming on, a pinch hitter. Oh, beg your pardon, it is going to still be Luplow. Luplow tonight, 1 for 2, an RBI double, plus a couple of walks. Victor Alcantara won an inning, gave up a run on a hit. Tigers have used 4 tonight on the bump, the pitch, and it's in there, called strike. KeyBank's the banking home of the Indians. Cover your financial bases with KeyBank. KeyBank brings you the keys to the game. Well, Shane Bieber was a big key tonight. Boy, he was good. 12 strikeouts, gave up 2 runs in 7 2/3. Jimenez misses outside 1-1. Indians with a 4-2 lead. They got 3 in the 5th. Jordan Luplow doubled in a run. Jose Ramirez sac fly. Kevin Plawecki an RBI single. Luplow shoots one back to the screen, foul. 1-2. Leonis Martin then a straight steal of home in the 8th inning for the Indians' 4th run. Tigers got a couple of runs on a 2-run single by Brandon Dixon in the 7th. That's your ball game, 4-2 Indians. Brad Hand warming in the Tribe pen. The pitch down and away, 2-2. Right-hander against right-hander, 25,523. Most of the night it rained. This is the best it's been all night. No rain, very pleasant now. The pitch swung on, lifted high in the air to straightaway left. Stewart barely has to move, and Luplow is out number 1. Going to bring up Jose Ramirez. Boy, the last 2 nights, tonight and last evening, he might have swung the bat the best he's swung it in 2 straight games.
He looks like Jose Ramirez tonight. Hard contact, driving the ball, and again, should have any other ballpark would have a home run to dead center. So that's a really good sign. Doesn't look like he's pulling off the ball as much.
Shift to the left. He'll swing it left-handed. I should say shift to the right. And Jimenez gets him to chase the off-speed. Ironically, though, he's done his damage right-handed. This is where he has his trouble, left-handed. He just can't lay off the off-speed pitches that are not strikes. The 0-1. Swing and a high fly ball, fairly deep right. Castellanos is back onto the warning track and makes the catch. 2 down. Well, I tell you what, with Castellanos out there, Rosie, there's no such thing as a routine fly ball out. He was circling under that like it was 3 a.m.
And maybe it's because everyone's talking about it, including him.
Yeah.
That you look at it, and every time there's a fly ball that way, you wonder.
Here's Jason Kipnis, shift to the right. He takes a fastball strike.
What does that mean, 3 a.m? Like, did he come from somewhere at 3 a.m?
Well, this morning in the hallway, you were making so much noise, you woke me up, and at 3 a.m, I opened the door to see you enter. That pitch down low, 1-1. I mean, how much milk and cookies can you have on a Friday night? You and Al go out?
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a wide hallway. Did you have to hit every wall? Kipnis swings and misses 1-2.
I'm just making sure Al was going to get his tea time for this morning. Common courtesy.
You're always thinking about the team.
Yeah.
Checking to make sure the guys were back in their room safely. Here's the 1-2. A swing and a foul out of play to the left. Still 1-2. Well, we stay in Birmingham, which is one of the neatest, quaintest little suburbs of any major city we visit. And the key to being able to afford Birmingham is have 5 different charge cards. Tribe up 4-2 ninth inning. The pitch just a bit wide, 2-2.
And for all the high-end restaurants there, I think they have 3 different little greasy spoon diners that are perfect for breakfast.
Have an Irish pub there. It's like there isn't anybody in Birmingham that's Irish. Now the set, or maybe they were before plastic surgery. The 2-2, swing and a foul back, still 2-2. That may be the capital of plastic surgeons in America, Birmingham. Yeah, we bought the kids a used car. We got it on sale for $80,000. They're just going to have to suck it up. 4-2 Tribe, ninth inning. 2 outs, nobody on. The 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Kipnis strikes out. Jimenez takes care of business.
Journalist, Monday morning from 9 to 10.
Or a celebrity.
On WTAM 1100.
Well, the Indians' Brad Hand is perfect. 19 for 19 in save situations. He is second in the American League in saves. The Tigers' Shane Green leads the league in saves. Shane Green has 20 saves. The Tigers have 25 wins. Conversely, Brad Hand has 19 saves. The Indians have 35 wins. Hand, fastball, sinker, slider. He'll face Castellanos, Cabrera, and Dixon. 3 right-handed hitters in the Tiger ninth, 4-2 Tribe. Oliver Perez, the third of a scoreless inning, allowed a hit, struck out a batter. Shane Bieber in line to win his 6th game. Castellanos target inside corner, and he takes strike 1 on the spot. Brad Hand, in his last 12 games, has not given up a run, covering 13 innings, and has allowed 4 hits and has struck out 20 in the 13 innings. The pitch. Outside a ball, 1-1. And it doesn't matter who bats. Right-handed hitters, 149. Lefties, 115. He's as good as any closer in the game right now, folks. Period. 4-2 Indians. Ninth inning, the set and the pitch. Slider swung on, lifted in the air to right, not deep. Camped under it, moving toward the line is Luplow, 1 down. Well, you're going to hear Brad Hand's name mentioned a lot. The Indians aren't looking to trade him, but Hand is under contract for 2 more seasons after this at a team-friendly number. In a lot of ways, Brad Hand, if you were ever going to trade him, ought to bring you what you paid to get Andrew Miller, because you had Andrew Miller for the same amount of time, basically 2.5 years. Same with Brad Hand. Miguel Cabrera, 2 for 3, couple of singles. He takes down low a ball. Again, not saying the Indians are looking to trade Brad Hand, but his value will never be higher. And we all know how October is played out. Usually, the best bullpen wins. Now the set by Hand and the pitch to Cabrera. Swung on, ripped to left, down the line, fair ball, base hit into the corner. And on his way to second is Cabrera with a double. I would think they'll get him out of there for a pinch runner. He has a 3-hit game. That's his 11th double. And here comes the pinch runner. So the Tigers will bring in Gordon Beckham to run. And Cabrera did his job. Now the tying run to the plate, and Brandon Dixon, 1 for 2. Beg your pardon, 1 for 3 with a 2-run single. So Cabrera has a 3-hit game, and the Tigers have 6 as a club. 1 out, runner at second. Indians lead it 4-2 in the 9th inning. Here's the set. Here's the pitch. And it is a backdoor slider for strike 1. Indians with a 2-run lead, 1 out, 1 on, 9th inning. Hand checks the runner 3 times, now a 4th, now a pitch. Slider strike. 0-2 the count on Dixon. Brad Hand on the year, 19 for 19 in saves, ERA 0.91, opposition batting 140. He's ready. Multiple looks to second, the pitch. Swing and a pop foul back and out of play. Since mid-April, April 15th, that's 2 months ago, he's given up 1 run. 1! The Indians with a 4-2 lead in the 9th. Shane Bieber in line to win his 6th if Brad Hand can get his 20th save. Hand always takes a lot of time. His pitch swung on and missed. Got him with a slider. Tigers down to their last out. Brad Hand gets his first strikeout. Dixon is out number 2. Harold Castro being lifted for a pinch hitter. And Jacoby Jones, who was getting the night off, probably looking at Ron Gardenhire going, really? This guy's been hitting over 400 for the last 3 weeks, but he's been beat up, and Tigers felt like he needed a night off. Now he gets to face Brad Hand with 2 down. 4-2 Indians in the 9th. The set. Hand is ready. And here it comes. Slider stays wide, ball 1. Jacoby Jones, they simplified everything with his approach. Just starting with how he gets himself set up. Just lays the bat on that back shoulder, raises it up, pushes it away from his body, and swings away. Now the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Boys. Got one of those sliders. And you don't want to compare because Andrew Miller was as devastating as we've ever seen with his slider. Brad Hand may have a little bit different type slider, but it's every bit the wipeout pitch that Andrew Miller's was. Now the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Elevated a fastball at 94. And now the Tigers are down to their last strike, a ball and 2 strikes. Jacoby Jones going, fastball or slider? What is he throwing me? Hand is ready. Tribe up 4-2 in the 9th. Runner at second, 2 down. The 1-2 offering. And Jones swings and misses. Ball game. Got him with a slider, a back foot slider. And Brad Hand stays perfect. 20 for 20 in save opportunities. Shane Bieber has won his 6th, and the Indians have won another series and have a chance for a sweep tomorrow. The final tonight, Cleveland 4, Detroit 2.